right, welcome back. A little bit of a late start. Fishaholic is like 12 o'clock, and we had some errands to run. Had to get a new fin for the drive, which kind of sucked. That was like a quick 35, 40 bucks. And then we stopped off at Hadrill's Bait and Tackle down here in Charleston. First time ever there, really cool shop. Nice guys that work there. And when I was digging through the bait cooler to get some crabs, because we're gonna try using crabs today, I heard like my voice behind me. So like I kind of like interrupted my train of thought as I'm digging for bait. Looked behind me, and on their TV in there was one of my surf fishing videos. So it was super cool. Day is made. Huge shout out to those guys over at Hadrill's, and huge shout out to you guys for helping my videos get a lot further than I ever thought before. And it helps tremendously just by hitting that like button to help even more. And also, if you want to help support the channel by picking up some Fishaholic merch, links down below, that would like really mean the world to me. So thanks guys for tuning in. Let's hit the road and see what we can catch in the salt today. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys out on the water. All right, we made it to the water, and it is absolutely gorgeous out here. Today was one of those days where earlier this morning it was on the cooler side, like 30, 35 degrees, but it was really calm, and it's still calm going into the afternoon right now. And therefore we're creeping up into like the upper 50s, low 60s, and I'm hoping that'll uptick a little bit of feeding activity with any fish that are in here. And it is, I believe, like slack water right now. It's the end of the incoming. It's real high, and we're gonna have pretty much the entire outgoing for the rest of the day, which could be good, should be good. And also I forgot my fish finder battery, so we left the unit in the car, but I think it was meant to be, because we're gonna be doing a lot of, you know, visible structure fishing, and we'll just have to make do without the sonar and see what we can find. Hopefully some fish at the table, and as well as just some fish to have fun with. Also, before I forget, huge shout out to Rob on Instagram, or at Fish Fanatic Rob, for reaching out to me and sending me this really nice carbon fiber GoPro pole, which should be perfect for capturing, you know, myself as well as our entire catch, whatever we catch today or in the future. So yeah, thanks again, Rob. All right, so we made it up the creek to the area where I first want to start, and we're gonna take this little 3-inch Z-Man minnows, little swim bait tied on, and we'll start with this first. I do have the crabs though, so we'll probably hit, you know, a half a dozen docks or so, see what we catch. And even if we do catch something and the bite slows, or even if we catch nothing, then we'll probably eventually switch to the bait. Doing a little shopping right on the water. Oh. All right, well, this bobber really isn't in the best shape, but at least we're cleaning out the water. This hook is totally rusted, a little trout eyes jig head. A bunch of monofilament here we'll collect and dispose of later, I guess, when we get off the kayak. All right, we're doing our parts. I gotta tell you, to be honest, like whenever I pick up a little piece of trash and clean it out of the water, I feel like the fish gods bless us a little bit. So maybe we'll have a little bit of luck today. Ooh, this looks gorgeous. Right now I'm just letting the wind kind of push me along this grass after fishing like 4 or 5 docks, and I'm trying to look into this really clear water and see if there's any fish that are going to be like cruising up and down this grass. Oh my gosh, look at all this mullet right here. Massive school of mullet. This is insane. Whew. Wish I had the cast net ready for that. All right, unfortunately, no bites on the artificial. And other than some mullet up shallow, it looked pretty lifeless. So let's clip this off. And I got a couple bottom sweeper jigs here that came in my bad fish box. So I'll just clinch this on. And then I've got a few thawed out blue claws here, which we're gonna cut up with the scissors and put a small little chunk on that bottom sweeper, and we'll start hitting some docks. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm saving all the legs and stuff because I'm thinking, you know, if we start getting on a little bite, I could throw these in the water as like chum to keep any fish in the area on that spot. All right, we'll just put that on there just like that. That looks pretty good. Elias, what do you think? All right, well, we're gonna start off by fishing the outer part of most of these docks. We'll hang this little jig real tight to this structure and hope something comes out and just nails it. And this is a 1 ounce bottom sweeper jig we're starting with. You know, we're generally gonna be fishing like 10 to 15 feet of water out on the ends of these docks, I'm thinking. So like this should be good, but if it's too heavy, I might have to switch to something a little bit lighter. Alright, still no bites here at this third dock. This bait's pretty much scrapped. What I want to try next is, I'm curious that maybe this 1 ounce sweeper jig is just a little bit too heavy. Like, we don't have a whole lot of current right now, just a light little trickle of outgoing. So I'm going to take this small little jig, which I kind of salvaged from a little voodoo shrimp, and we're going to try this with a real tiny little piece of crab, because then maybe I could also fish this like in a slightly shallower water. Oh, I think I just got a bite. There's one. Fish on. There we go. A little puppy redfish. Probably just under a keeper. Really got him good too. He wanted that little chunk of crab. I'll get him back quick. Booyah. My reverse little pull cord makeshift fix broke as well, or the knot slip maybe. Yeah, so you see right here, this cord used to be like this on this reverse pull here, but that snapped. So there was like a little eye right here where I had this tied to, and the knot didn't slip, but this plastic broke right there. So I guess we could just tie it to there. It would probably do the same thing as well. I'll probably do a little uni knot so it doesn't slip. All right, so let's pull it, go forward, pull it reverse. Looks good enough for me. All right, let's get back in action. That was a real tiny little piece of crab on there. So like this is a half piece right now. I'm gonna cut this in half, cut the half in half, and that should be good enough. There's another one. Nice. Little concentration of some puppy reds here. This one looks like a keeper too. Not anymore. It's funny how things work out that way sometimes. It was meant to be, because I was getting tempted to keep that one for the table. There's one. Found another. Whew, this one is pulling hard. A little bit larger one. Well, never mind, same size class. Had to get in a little bit deeper here though. This one is a keeper as well. So I think we are gonna put him on the stringer. I actually just put him in the cooler because I don't want to put him in the water and have him thrash around. He might like spook other fish that are around these same pilings. The crabs are working well. I'm just basically pitching it on like this 1/8 or 1/16 ounce jig head, like a real light jig head, letting it sit on the bottom, and these guys are slurping it right up. Oh, just had another one drop it. There's another one right below me. This one might be borderline a keeper. Give him a quick measure. A little short, so we'll throw him back. Redfish slot size is 15 to 23 inches. That one was like 14 and like 3/4, so he was pretty close. Another one. They are stacked under here. Whew. It's a little bit larger one. Upper slot, for sure. All right, this guy measured a little over 20 inches, so we're gonna throw him in the box. We've got our limit of reds now, and you know, being that I haven't had fresh fish in like a week, that's why we decided to keep our limit. I've really been craving some redfish, and being that we spent like $2 a piece on some of these blue claws, I kind of want to get my money's worth. It's kind of like I'm basically like buying my dinner because we paid for this bait. And now let's see if there's any more. You know, I threw in a bunch of these crab's legs a little while ago, right in this like same vicinity, and it's crazy how like concentrated they are right now. Like I just got 8 again. Could it be all just because of those crab legs I tossed here? This one's all spotted up. Look, he's got 3 on this one side, oh, just 1 on that side, but pretty cool. 1 fish, 4 spots. See ya. Really cool fishing with the crabs. It doesn't take long if they're down there. Like, count to like 10 in your head, and if there's a red there, he'll be nipping at it in that time. Let's see how long this takes. All right, just got down near the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got bit. There he is. Did that take long? Not at all. Oh, we lost them, but we got the bite though. That's all that matters. It was just another little puppy. All right, well, it's been about an hour, unfortunately, since we were on that little bite under the dock, and we just went down that way, hit like 3 or 4 other docks, and had a couple little bites, lost like a small something right below the kayak, probably like a little puppy red as well. And you know, I'm thinking we'll just quit while we're ahead. We got our dinner. We've caught a bunch of fish today in a short amount of time, and yeah, sun is starting to go down. Probably got about like 40 minutes left of daylight. It's almost 5 o'clock, so we are gonna start our very lengthy pedal back to the ramp. And I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button again, subscribe to keep up to date, and hit that little bell button as well so you know exactly when I upload my next video. and I'll probably see you guys out on the water or in the next vid. And like always, live to fish, fish to live.